Hello, this is Lynn McCool. Welcome to week 4. This week we will be talking about proposals and we'll also be talking about team collaboration. If you remember from the beginning of the semester when I discussed briefly your different assignments that occur throughout the semester, you'll recall that your first 3 assignments in this class are individual assignments. In fact, if you go into this folder here, Materials for Major Assignments, you'll see that they're actually grouped by individual and team-based assignments. And so your first 3 assignments are individual, your last 5 or 4 assignments are team-based. So this week we will work on your last individual assignment, which is writing the proposal, and we will also begin to form our teams to get ready for those upcoming team assignments. So you have 2 different things that you're working with this week. One is individual, that's writing the proposal, and then there are some team forming activities that you're going to be doing as you're putting your teams together. So let's talk about some of the activities that you'll be doing this week. First of all, if you did not get Chapter 6 completely read for last week, you'll want to finish reading Chapter 6 on proposals. This will help you with the proposal writing assignment. And also I'm asking that you read Chapter 20 on team writing. There is a Google Doc for your team sign up, and so you can click right on this link and it should take you right away to the Google Doc. And on this Google Doc then you can begin to form your teams. So you can see that some people have already begun to do that. Please make sure that you talk amongst yourselves so that you are placing yourself on a team that has people who have maybe similar schedules as you do, or enjoy working at certain times of the day or night the same as you do. Communication is going to be a really key factor in your team collaboration, and so you want to try to put yourself with like-minded individuals. Part of writing a proposal includes something called a Gantt chart, and I've put a couple of resources on here to help you create a Gantt chart. So this particular resource right here is a link to several different Google apps that you could download and actually use inside of your Google Drive, and some of them work better than others, but you could take a look at those, and those are designed to help you create a Gantt chart. I also though have a short little video here that you can watch that shows you how to use it or create a Gantt chart using, I believe, Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, and so that's another option as well. You definitely want to listen through this Proposals Creating a Project Plan screencast. This is one that I have made for you, and I detail what a proposal looks like, the different sections, and what should be included in each one of those sections, and so that's going to be really important for you to pay attention to that particular screencast. In addition to that screencast, I also have a screencast on team communication where I talk about collaboration and workflow, and I'm very interested in and desirous that you listen through that particular screencast as well, because for the rest of the semester, after you've turned in your proposal assignment, you are going to be working in teams, so this is going to be a very important part of your work and also an important part of your learning in this particular class. So the proposal screencast, the team communication screencast, both of those are important. Please listen through those. Then finally, I do have a short little professional connections video where industry leaders talk about the importance of teamwork and collaboration in business and industry, and so you'll want to take a look at that. Of course, you have Learn Smart homework again this week like usual, and then you do have a discussion board activity, which I'm going to talk about in detail here in a minute. And then finally, your upcoming deliverable, so you don't have an actual major assignment due this week, but your upcoming deliverable will be that proposal, and that'll be due on February 12th at 6 p.m. Okay, so let's take a minute now and let's take a look at this discussion board with the team forming activities. Okay, so I'm inside of the discussion board that has to do with the team forming activities. And there are several different things that I'm going to ask you to do as you are putting your team together. Obviously, the first thing is to sign up for your team. And here's the link again. So you can click on that. It'll take you to the Google Doc. There are a number of directions that you should follow, and so just work through each one of the different steps. One of the things that's going to be critical is that you open up a shared Google Doc with you and the other team members, and make sure that you also share it with me, and you can use my Iowa State email here to share. And then all the activities that I'm going to ask you to do as a team will be placed in this one shared Google document, and you can separate the various parts by using different headings or other ways of marking the different sections that include all the different activities. But put them all in this one shared Google Doc so that I only have one place to look. Okay, so the first thing that you'll do is you're going to take a little bit of time to get to know your team members. I want you to share contact information, and I want you to place that contact information in that shared Google Doc. Make sure that you're discussing schedules and time zones and figure out a work plan. This is very, very important. So you need to know what the workflow plan is for each of the different individual members on your team, and then try to set up a workflow plan for the team itself. And secondly, you're going to decide on a team name and then individual roles, and you have to listen to that team communication screencast to understand what kind of roles there are. So make sure that you've listened through that. Determine what individual roles you want to assume. And then you also need to choose a team coordinator, and that team coordinator does have a few extra duties associated with that role. And the primary extra duty is that the team coordinator is the one who is responsible for uploading on time any of the team assignments, and the team coordinator is also responsible for communicating with me, your instructor, when I ask for a status update from each of the different teams. All right, the third thing that you'll do is to write a team contract, and I give some suggestions here. But basically, the team contract is designed to allow you to think ahead about how you're going to resolve problems or disagreements should they occur within your team. Okay, so this is a time for you to work together as a team, figure out how you're going to collaborate together, and also how you're going to resolve differences of opinion, and put them down in the team contract so you can read through that and follow the directions. And then the fourth and final team activity is to design a team logo. This team logo will occur on all of your documents that you submit that are team-based documents. And so again, each one of these items, the team logo, the team contract, your team name, as well as the contact information, this all goes on the same shared Google Doc that you're going to share with all of the team members as well as with me. So if you have any questions about these team forming activities, please contact me. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. The other thing that you need to know about the team sharing activities is that I have given you an extended deadline for that. So let's just take a look at that deadline. So if you notice here on the top level of the week 4 folder that I've extended the deadline for the team forming activities to Sunday night at 11:59 p.m., so February 7th. And that's so that you can have one extra weekend to work on that. I know that some of you are in internships and are working a lot of hours throughout the week, and so you may need a little bit of extra time to coordinate with the other team members. But even though I have given you that extension, don't procrastinate, don't put it off. You should begin working on your team forming assignments even this weekend, and that extra weekend is just there in case of unforeseen things that might pop up, or just things that you haven't considered that would require or make it necessary for you to have a little extra time. So you have a little bit of extra time, but don't sit on your heels, don't procrastinate. Get right to work on those team forming activities. So really, the only big deliverable that you have this week are those team forming activities, and the next major assignment, which is the proposal, will be due not the end of this week, but in 2 weeks on February 12th. Okay, one other thing I want to point out to you, because I don't know if some of you are aware of this, but this is actually a folder, so that if I actually click on this right here, where it says Week 4 Proposals and Team Collaboration with a little line under it, it actually takes me inside the folder, and inside of that you can actually see the links to the different screencasts and videos, as well as the discussion board is in there with the instructions. And so you can get to that information by clicking on the folder link. Right here is the place where it will take you in there. But of course, these are live links as well, so you could access that same information on the top level of the folder if you choose to do so. Okay, that's all I have for you as far as week 4, the introduction to this unit on proposals and team collaboration. Again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.